I don't know if you heard my question. I was asking if Tyson wins, is there any chance that Usyk stays on the sidelines and we do the AJ fight next? No, it has to
be. It has to be the October, the rematch. And after that, in my plan, in the first quarter, to have Joshua fight between the winner.
Which winner? The winner of which fight?
The undisputed.
Okay, but what about the Joshua fight in September?
We have Joshua's fight in September. It is depend about the result of the 1st of June.
Okay, of the Hrgovic fight?
Hrgovic fight, yeah.
Okay.
Because now we locked Wilder to Gerald Anderson in the card of Los Angeles.
If, of course, he looks good and wins, right?
If he look good and not especially win, if he look good and doesn't have any injury.
Right. And so the fight in September in England and then August 3rd in LA, these are going to be outside of Riyadh. Are we going to see more of these outside of Riyadh cards from you?
Yeah, that's mean we are not doing in Gia as a commercial for our season, and in Saudi Arabia, only card in Saudi Arabia. We are supporting the boxing around the world. And, we have amazing. I just finished the card of Wembley. It will be crazy card.
Can you tell us about it?
Let's make it. I promised you, you are the first who I will tell.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And those are the words of Turki Alalshikh. And let me counterpunch. First of all the narratives, all the stories, all the maybes, all the, hey, maybe the step aside is in play for Anthony Joshua to take on the winner if it's Tyson Fury. It's not going to be that way. No, Usyk, Tyson, Usyk. That's how it's going to be back to back. May 18th. October, whenever, right? In October, they're going to fight back to back. So there is no step in. There is no, hey, let's try to see if these guys fight just based on what happens. Nope. They're going to fight back to back. So we're going to see Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk 2 times, and that's what it's going to be. Okay? That's it. Now, also moving forward, Deontay Wilder, he mentioned the June 1st card. Okay, it's not going to be Wilder versus Joshua. He just confirmed it. And it doesn't matter if Wilder loses to Zhang or not. Why? Because he wants it for Jared Anderson. What does that mean? What I've been telling you guys, which was more likely, the way Turki Alalshikh explained, promoted, discussed Wilder challenging Jared Anderson versus Jared Anderson challenging Deontay Wilder made it look that much more suspect. And this what brings me to the conclusion. Deontay Wilder is fighting for checks. He's not fighting for progress. The only thing that he can do, yeah, he can keep knocking people out, but what he thinks is, if I knock out Zhilei Zhang, I get that Wembley slot. No. He just said it's for the Dubois-Hrgovic winner. Okay? And I think the reason for that is because they don't know what the IBF's going to do. They can't control the IBF. I think Turki Alalshikh has probably more power on this earth in boxing as anybody at this point. But he can't necessarily control a sanctioning body, especially a sanctioning body that sticklerish like the IBF. The IBF, they do some strange, strict stuff. Some strange, strict stuff, people. Okay, so that's what they do, and you can't do anything about it. So what happens May 18th? They may have a winner, just like the same thing that happened with Tyson Fury Klitschko. Tyson Fury beat Klitschko 9 days later. The IBF stripped Tyson Fury. Facts. Okay? Now, would they have done that to Vladimir Klitschko? I would like to think they would, but who knows? Who really knows? I'm just telling you the actions they took. And I don't know if Turki Alalshikh or anyone else over there can stop the IBF from doing their thing. So I think if the IBF comes up for grabs, Wembley will be a championship bout. Okay, that's how it's going to be, because at that point, Joshua will then fight for a belt, and then he will fight the winner for an undisputed all over again in January. Do you guys see how that works out? So whoever wins in October will come out to fight Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua can take on Dubois or Hrgovic, whoever wins. Okay, so they have to fight each other. And then the October rematch, the finalization of the undisputed, well, it wouldn't be undisputed. At that point, it would be unified if the IBF does their thing. If they pull rank and they take that IBF out of the equation of undisputed, it's not an undisputed bout anymore. It's a rematch contractually, okay, in October. It will be in October for the WBC, the WBA, and the WBO, okay? Not the IBF. So the IBF will be fought for in Wembley against Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua has an opportunity to be a 3-time heavyweight champion if he can get past the winner of Hrgovic Dubois. That's how it's going to go. It is finalized. According to Turki Alalshikh, there is nothing more you can read into that. That's what it is. Okay, so Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury are fighting 2 times. So if the fix is in, I don't see why it should be, because these guys are fighting back-to-back. There would be no reason for them to kind of intervene or supersede into a contract rematch. There would be no reason to do that. So that, at least, to say the least, that looks good. To say the least, it looks good for boxing, because there's not a temptation for something like that to take place. But there is a good chance that the IBF could do their thing and Joshua could fight Hrgovic or Dubois in Wembley, because they got to fight for it. Or they'll give it to him and then he'll still have to fight for it, because it's all set in place by Turki Alalshikh. He may not play by the rules or make the rules as far as what the IBF wants to do, but he damn sure controls the fighter's banking account. So again, he has more power than anyone. Now, it sucks for Wilder, it does, because it looks like Wilder's being set up for the okie doke as a sacrificial lamb for a younger guy in Jared Anderson. So we have to look at everything on the board, and these are the pieces that we're following along. So the only thing that I see is if Wilder knocks out Zhilei Zhang cold, I think he may, people, fall out with Turki Alalshikh, especially when he calls out, based on the video that I just posted that he just made a statement on, fighting Anthony Joshua in Wembley. Once he finds out that it ain't for him, he may be a little bitter, but rightfully so. What do you guys think? Of course, please subscribe, and you all been counterpunched. Peace!